I have a question for you. What are you putting off? What maybe are you holding on to that needs to be let go? I'm bringing this up because all we have is now, and this was really driven home for me about a month ago. Uh, I've been not exactly estranged, but not on the best terms with my dad, and I got a call that he had fallen and broken his hip, and I hadn't seen him in a while. So I looked at it, I said, okay, well, I definitely have to get out there. Where he was living is not too close to where I am. I said, all right, I got to get out there, next week or maybe the week after. And the next day, literally the very next day, I got another call that he had died. So there was no time. Now, I could say realistically, there's no way I could have gotten out there the next day. I mean, technically, it would have been possible. I would have had to rejigger everything, but it didn't seem like that much of an emergency to me to get there the next day. And I'm not saying that I was wrong for not going there the next day, but my point is that I expected that there'd be more time, and sometimes there just isn't. Realistically, my father shouldn't have died the next day, but he did. And there were lots of things that I would have liked to have talked to him about, things I would like to have gotten closure on that I didn't get that chance for, and I never will get the chance for. So, what maybe should you be doing now that you're thinking you can do sometime in the future, maybe next week or next month, in a couple of months? Where are you in your relationship that it's kind of not as great as it could be? What conversation could you or maybe should you be having? What should you maybe let go of that you're holding on to? Maybe some old hurt that's keeping you from fully experiencing love and expressing love with your partner, or a family member, or a friend for that matter, or even your business, or even yourself. What could you be doing for yourself that you keep pushing off into a future that may or may not come? Is your relationship great or maybe not so great? How do you know? Do you know what's going on with your partner? A lot of times, a lot of clients come to me, they think their relationship is great. They don't realize that their partner is talking about even looking into divorce or maybe getting involved in an affair. Why? Because they're so wrapped up in their head. They're so wrapped up in their stuff that they're not really looking at things from how their partner might be seeing it. And that's so crucial. You don't want to wake up one day and find out that your relationship is gone, or that, like myself, your parent is gone. And my father died, right? And there's no chance to bring that back. There's no chance to, repair that anyway. Now, this is not about me. I bring this up because I think it's a great example. It's a great example because we all sometimes need that push. We need that push to take action because we always feel, well, I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I've got to do this. I've got work ahead of me. I've got to run these errands. I've got a doctor's appointment. I got to get to the gym. I got to do whatever. And we keep pushing things out into the future. And look, life is a game of resource management, and time is one of those resources. We can only do so much. What I implore you to do is to know what's important to you. What are your values? Right? We all have lots of opportunities, lots of different things we can spend our time on. We get caught up in regret when we realize that we weren't living life according to our values and now we lost something important to us. So what are your values? I'm not here to tell you what your values are. What are potential values? Potential values are, love, or helping people, or accomplishing something great, altruism, maybe becoming famous, becoming rich for some people, security or authenticity, being yourself, adventure, discovering something new, or appreciating the world around you every day, right? There's any number of different possible values, but most people don't take the time to stop and think what they are. And if you don't know what your values are, then you can't make sure that you're living your life according to them, that you're living your relationship according to them. And when you can't make sure you're living your relationship according to them, well, sooner or later, you're likely to kind of veer off course and get a really nasty wake up, a really nasty bucket of cold water at some point. And I don't want that to happen to you. So, again, I ask you, where are you? Where are you in your life? Where are you in your business or career? Where are you in your relationship? And are you sure, if you think you're doing well, are you sure that's the case? How do you know that? How do you know what your partner is experiencing, how satisfied they are, how happy they are? I care about relationships personally. I help people in many different ways, but for me, whether you're talking about a home life, your family, a spouse, or work, for me, it all comes to relationship. Relationship is one of my key values, and I know that I always choose that over everything else. I live according to that value. Therefore, I'm okay. I'm disappointed that I didn't get to see my father again before he passed, but I know that I was living my life according to my values. I did what I could. So, are you? Are you? Ask yourself, do I know my values? Am I living according to them? If not, I implore you, make that change today. Make that change now if you can. If you're watching this before going to bed, then make that change tomorrow. Start. Even if you can't turn 180 degrees around, start out with, you know, 45 degrees or 20 degrees or even 5 degrees, even 1 degree. Just start making that difference. Make that change to get back on path so that you are living according to your values. And if you're not sure what those are, if you're not absolutely certain what those are, then take the time and figure that out for yourself. Because life is too short. And one day we're going to pass. I'm going to pass. You're going to pass. One day we're all going to pass. And we don't want that to happen with a pile of regret. And regret is when we realized that we weren't living according to what we really did value. So that's all I've got to share with you today. I hope you found it useful. If you're interested in an absolutely free 3-part course, just go to my website. That's www.guyardito.com, GUYARDITO.com. Enter your name and email, and I'll get it out to you lickety split. In the meantime, apply what you've learned, improve your relationships, and remember, life is an adventure. Live in love.